Okay, so it's 7:15 AM on an August Saturday morning, and today we are off to EVs in the Park down in Coventry. It's the second one that I've been to, but I believe it's been running for 3-4 years. It's organised by Craig from the Renault Zoe Owners Club. Last year was a fantastic event, so I'm really looking forward to getting down there today. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some breakfast, then we're going to get going. Now, in terms of the way we're going to do the journey today, I'm going to run a bit of an experiment. I'm going to treat the car as if it's a 24 kilowatt-hour Leaf. So every 70-ish miles I'm going to stop. It's every 60-70 miles. So I'm going to make 2 stops. I'm going to stop at Ferry Bridge Services and I'm going to stop again near Nottingham. And yeah, hopefully we'll have a decent battery. I probably could do this in one charge if I'm being honest. But I just want to run this as an experiment. I do think 2 charges are unnecessary. It's only 150 miles for me, so yeah, I could do this on 1 charge quite comfortably. I'm going to get some food and then we'll get going. Okay, right, so time to get going. Our 2 stops today are going to be Ferry Bridge Services, which is 70 miles from here. Then we'll be travelling another 62 miles to Novotel Nottingham Derby Hotel, where there's a polar charger, and then we'll be heading to the War Memorial Park in Coventry for the event. So it looks like we've got about 60-70 miles between each stop. So I guess we're sort of treating the car as if it is a 24 kilowatt-hour Leaf in terms of the range. But I think what we'll see as a result is we'll have 2 very short charges, and hopefully with the short hops in between both of the charges, we'll see quite a high rate of charge as well. So enough waffling, let's get going. So a couple other quick points. In terms of speed, we're going to be going at 70 miles an hour indicated, which is 66 real world. We're going to be using B mode with eco on, e-pedal off, and I'm going to be using ProPilot all of the way that I can use it. So yeah, all being well, I'll talk to you in about an hour when we get to Ferry Bridge Services. Okay, so a couple other stats. I'm not going to go too deep into this, but battery temperature is currently in the middle of the temperature range. I forgot to get a Leaf spy reading, but I don't think it matters that much. Basically, we're in the kind of Goldilocks zone as far as battery temperature shows at the moment. We're in that middle spot. As for distance, I forgot to reset the trip counters when we started. We've got 60 miles left to Ferry Bridge Services. I'm showing 1.8 miles on here. I'll have to figure out how much I've missed off that in a moment. I think it's about somewhere in the region of 10, maybe 15 miles. So just bear in mind this first leg is going to be off by about that amount. Right, so yeah, see you in about an hour. Okay, so we've just arrived at Ferry Bridge Services. It's 70 miles from where we started. Trip counter saying 59.8, but obviously that's off by 10 miles. If you have a look at the drive stats, I haven't reset the drive computer, so I don't know what our stats were in the first leg. That wasn't very helpful. Okay, anyway, let's have a look at Leaf Spy, and we'll see what the battery temperature is like. So, according to the car, we're still in that Goldilocks zone, right in the middle of the battery temp range. According to Leaf Spy, we're at 32.4 degrees, so we should put a decent rate of charge here. Let's switch off, get plugged in, and we'll see how we're looking. Okay, so we're plugged in and charging, and we're pulling 39 kilowatts. We've got 38% left in the battery, and battery temperature right now is 32.3 degrees Celsius. It reckons 21 minutes up to 75%, so we'll give it about 20 minutes and then we'll get on our way. I really don't need much more charge than that. Okay, so it reckons we'll be at 75% in about 20 minutes, so we'll let that run and we'll be back shortly. Right, see you in a bit. Okay, so I wasn't paying attention now. We've actually been on charge for 26 minutes. I've got 82% now in the battery and we're pulling about 24 kilowatts as we're starting to taper off towards the end of the charge. Okay, so our next stop is 62 miles away at Novotel Nottingham Derby. Let's get unplugged and get going. Before I do, let's have a quick look at the battery temperature, which is 2 notches above the center point now. And according to Leaf Spy, that is 42 degrees. Right, so yeah, let's get going. And I'll see you hopefully at Nottingham Derby in about an hour. Right, see you in a bit. Okay, so we've arrived at Novotel in Nottingham Derby. There is a Polar Ultracharger right there. I am going to get a charge started. Before I do, however, let's have a quick look at the temperature. So we are actually the same place there, 2 notches below the first red line. It's also 2 notches above the centre point. And according to Leaf Spy, battery temperature is 42.9 degrees. So I'm expecting to not pull above 36, 38 on this charge, but let's see how we get on. Okay, so yeah, we're charging and we're pulling 36 kilowatts. Now we're at 30% battery right now, and it's estimating we'll get up to 75% in 28 minutes, which isn't too bad. Yeah, it's not a long time to wait, truth be told. So I am going to go in. I'm probably going to see if I can find a coffee or something from this hotel. And yeah, we'll come back in, I guess, about half an hour. Right, see you in a bit. Okay, so we are at 79% charge. I'm going to disconnect. Just give you a quick update on battery temperature. We are at the first red mark, 52.4 degrees in the battery. Now it's 21 degrees outside, so it's a reasonably warm August day. Right, so in terms of how far we've driven, let's have a quick look at the stats on here. For the last leg, average 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour. We've driven 61.8 miles. So again, I'm going to zero that out. Okay, right, so I'm going to unplug and we'll get going on our last leg of the trip. Okay, so we've arrived here in War Memorial Park in Coventry for EVs in the Park, and it looks like there's absolutely tons of cars already here. I've arrived a little bit late, it's 11:35, so I was literally the last person through the gates. But yeah, what I'll do is I'm going to grab the camera and we'll go have a look around. Okay, so we're here at EVs in the Park. As you can see, there are absolutely tons of EVs here behind me. Now, according to Craig, there are about 240 cars here, possibly even more, so it's a really good turnout. Well done, Craig, you've done an amazing job. There are stands here from various vendors like Electric Zoo, R. Simmons, and a few others, and yeah, it's really good to see the turnout here.